it's Nika Fabulously Creative, and welcome to another selfie series. In this series, I basically just creatively document issues that I'm dealing with, that I've dealt with, things I'm going through. I do project lifestyle. You can do traditional scrapbooking, you can do Bible journaling, art journaling, you can put it in your planner, just however you choose to document it. But I do project life, and today I will be talking about following your dreams. And I've always knew I wanted three things in life. I wanted to be a wife, a mother, and some type of designer, whether it was a fashion designer, graphic designer. I knew I wanted to make a living creatively designing some type of way. I'm very passionate about creating things. I enjoy sewing. I do scrapbook. I mean, just about anything. If I could bake it or be creative with it, I enjoy it. And so along my journey of my three things, wife, mother, designer, I met my husband pretty early. We got married early, so that part was kind of effortless. When I decided that I was ready to become a mother, it just didn't happen for me so easily. I endured a 9-year battle with recurrent miscarriages and infertility, and it was just a very hard part of my life dealing with that issue. But I was just very determined that, I was gonna follow my dreams, get the things out of life that I wanted. I had already tried at a fashion line. I was doing photography. It was just the becoming a mother, it just seemed like it was impossible for me. So I went through 4 miscarriages. So when I got pregnant with my son, I was on pregnancy number 5. And basically with my fourth miscarriages, I don't know, my doctors told it was unexplained infertility is what they call it. That means they have no medical reason why. They said it's just something that happens. I mean, I had no other issues. I was healthy. So, I mean, it was just no reason why. And my doctor, they kind of said, you know what, if it doesn't work, if it doesn't work this time, you really need to give this up. So, I was like, well, I'm just going to try one more time. So my son was pregnancy number 5, and I know getting through that pregnancy, I made a decision. I'd already been through 4 miscarriages. So I just made a decision that okay, this baby was going to make it. Whether I didn't make it, whether, that was the end for me. I just decided whatever happened, this baby would make it. And, I kind of made that decision that, I was going to go through with the pregnancy. Whether I didn't make it through the pregnancy, I was going to get the baby here. And just making that decision took me to a very dark place. And I made it through the pregnancy. It was a very tough pregnancy. My water broke at 7 months. My son, I ended up spending 8 weeks on bed rest with my water broke. My son was stillborn 6 weeks early, so it was just, I don't know, just a very tough pregnancy. And at the end of it, I was just so happy. I said, you know what, I've always wanted to be a mother. It was just what I always wanted. And I was just like, I'm alive, we're healthy. And I was just like, what more could you ask for? And also, at the end, when I came out of it, I just decided, you know what, if that is what it takes to accomplish my dreams, I said, you know what, maybe I don't need to accomplish anything else. Maybe that was just enough for me. And I've always, if you've listened to motivational speakers, there was some, you have to want it better than you want to breathe, more than you want to be alive. And surviving that pregnancy, that I finally understood where that came from. You really have, sometimes when you're chasing your dreams. You really have to want it as bad as you want to live. And coming to that realization, I just decided I didn't really want anything that bad. You know, I had my family that I always wanted, and I just kind of gave up on everything else. And when you give up on your dreams, even though you've accomplished a lot, when you give up on things that you're passionate about, something happens. It's like a certain part of you, I know, almost a certain part of you dies. It's like, you know, I have everything I wanted, you know, everything I want, but there's just, you know, you still feel it. You still feel, you know, there's something missing. I want to do other things, but I had just decided, you know, it just wasn't worth it. And I don't know, it's hard to be truly happy when you're not doing the things you're passionate about, when you're not chasing your dreams, your goals, your purpose. It's hard to be, you know, just 100% fulfilled. And when I started this Selfie series, you know, I was dealing with, you know, it was more about weight loss. Because I was just dealing, you know, with the outside, because with my son, I gained 60 pounds. So, you know, I was like, you know, I'm just unhappy because I'm overweight. I have everything else I want. It's just the weight. And I don't know, the more I dealt with it, I realized, you know, it was some other things going on. It was just because I just gave up on everything else. So, with all that being said, with 2016, I am deciding to follow my passions and pick up all my creative projects again. I mean, so far all I've been doing, like I did the Project Life process, the Project Life albums, and that's all I've really been doing. I hadn't really been sewing, doing photography, too much of anything. So this year I will be starting doing my graphic design and photography again. I've designed a line of Project Life cards to go with this Follow Your Dreams series, and I'll put those in my Etsy shop. I started my Etsy shop this year, so go ahead and check that out. I will leave a link in the description box. And if anyone else, you know, if you've given up on things you've always wanted, or you've just put them to the side, you thought it was too hard, or you know, just the time wasn't right, I just encourage anybody, you know, just pick it up, start small, start somewhere, and come along this journey with me. And I'll leave the link to everything, and let's get started with the process. I know I said too much, but I'm going to do a process using the cards that I designed, and the theme of these cards are Follow Your Dreams. So stay tuned for the process. Okay, I have already selected my cards that I will be using this week, and now I'm just digging through my stash for some die cuts and ephemera that may work for this layout. And this is also going to be my first page for my book for the 2016 album. And this will be my first year doing my own personal album. And that little die cut that says The Journey Begins, that piece is from the collection that I designed. It's available in my Etsy shop. Let me see, that little part that says The Journey Begins and the hello, and the next card that I will be using is from that collection. And I think that that die cut, not die cut, I cannot think of it, that chipboard sticker, I think it's from an old Maggie Holmes kit. I've had it for quite some time, and I knew I wanted to do a pink, like just a pink and gold color scheme. Well, pink, gold, and teal. If you've been watching my process videos, you know my favorite colors. So I just put that that heart on there, and I think I'll go back and do some other things to it. And this card and the little hello, those also come from the Dreams collection that I designed. And I'm also going to add the 2016, and I really wanted to use gold alphas, but I couldn't find any, and the pink matched, but I don't know, it might be too loud, so I may go back and change that to gold once I get some new ones. And this little piece of gold sequins, it's not paper, it has like a fabric backing on it. I got that from one of my subscribers. I got that from Kendra. You can find her on Instagram. It's 504 Pretty Things. But I also did a haul or an unboxing, a heavy mail unboxing on all the things that she sent me. And she sent me a lot of gold stuff. So a lot of it will be making an appearance in this layout and the next one. And I was really trying to work that butterfly into this layout, but I think it didn't work. I don't know, it was just too big. I was really struggling with this layout. I don't know, I guess I always kind of struggle with title pages because it's not really, you know, so much of a story yet, but I just wanted, this is going to be like, you know, my page for the year, you know. That's why I wanted to start it with, you know, the journey begins. And that gold arrow chipboard, I ended up pulling that piece up because it didn't go. It was too many different color golds going on, and I actually tear the card trying to get it up, so I stick some other little die cuts on top of there. I'll go back and do it. And this is the last card, and I think both of the pink one came from like an 8x8 paper pack that I got it Tuesday morning. And these gold stickers, I have been saving these for this layout, and I'm going to keep this card pretty simple because I don't really have a picture yet. I want to take a nice picture to put like on the title page, and that's the reason why my title pages end up not getting completed, because I don't know, I just want to have a nice picture when you first open the book. And there I am going back and adding enamel dots to all of these cards, and that is pretty much it. Let me see, I think I'll go back and do another few things. And yes, I'm going overboard with all of the enamel dots because I'm just so excited, because this is my own album and I can just do what I want. I mean, it's kind of exciting because, you know, it's not the family album. I don't have pictures of my son, my husband, you know, it's my story. I hope that you have enjoyed this video and that I have inspired you to follow your dreams also. I invite you to join me in this selfie series and let me know in the comment section what dreams you've given up on, which ones you're in the process of pursuing, and which ones that you've achieved.